welcome you all to this 9th video. This is the second exercise session on the questions that came in the higher secondary final examination, and this is the first question that came in 2009. Rohit said to his friend, "Let us go and help the flood affected people." Here we have got a sentence with let. We earlier learned it. When let is there, we used proposed or suggested. Rohit said to his friend, "Let us go and help the flood affected people." This is not that difficult. Rohit proposed to his friend that let us. This us, it refers to Rohit and his friend. So when they spoke, they used, we'll use the third person for them, that they should go. We earlier found it that when let is there, we will use proposed or suggested and then should will come. Rohit proposed to his friend that they should go and help the flood affected people. It is that simple. Rohit said to his friend, "Let us go and help the flood affected people." Direct narration. Indirect narration is Rohit proposed to his friend that they should go and help the flood affected people. This was the first question that came in 2009, and the next question is the second question that came in 2009. I asked Priyam what she was doing. Priyam replied that she was preparing her lesson. In 2009, both the questions were really easy. And the word Priyam, you may be confused because there are boys also who have Priyam as their name, but here Priyam is a girl. I asked Priyam what she was doing. This she tells us this thing. So this is the indirect narration. And asked is there, it means the sentence in direct narration will be interrogative. What is there? It means the question will be WH question. This what again we will use in direct narration also. Now this she, it is linked with this Priyam or I. Linked with Priyam. It means the object of the reporting verb. It means this means that in direct narration this she was the second person word. That's why in its place the object of the reporting verb is used. So it will be you. And now what she was doing. In the question in direct narration, we will start with what? What she was doing, past continuous tense. We will use present continuous tense. In place of she, it will be you. So I said to Priyam, "What are you doing?" Question mark, quotation closed. Then the reply given by Priyam replied that, Priyam said, or you can say Priyam replied also, that she was preparing her lesson. Priyam replied that she is Priyam herself. When she spoke in first person. I am preparing my lesson, she said. That's why in indirect narration it became she was preparing her lesson. Priyam said, "I am preparing my lesson." I asked Priyam what she was doing. Priyam replied that she was preparing her lesson. That was the question, that was in direct narration. The answer in that was the question in indirect narration. The answer in direct narration is, I said to Priyam, "What are you doing?" Priyam said, "I am preparing my lesson." This was the second question that came in 2009. And the next question that we will do is the one that are those two questions that came in 2010. The first question in 2010 was, I said to him, "How long will you stay here?" He replied, "For 5 years. So this is in direct narration. And it is an interrogative sentence. It is a WH question. It means this how long will remain how long in indirect narration also. I said to him will become I asked him, then how long will be used in this as it is. I asked him how long will you. Will become would. You is second person. This will be changed with the object of the reporting verb him. So since will is used as in its subject form here. You is used in its subject form. So when in its place he will come, him will also be in its subject form, he. I asked him how long he would. Will you is changed into he would. I asked him how long he would stay here will become there. I asked him how long he would stay there. He replied for 5 years. Here you see, when he said for 5 years, it is just the core words he used. He did not make a sentence. He just said for 5 years. Since the question was asked and he replied, it is okay. But when we write it in indirect narration, we have to make it in full sentence form. He replied that he would stay there for 5 years. If you do not write like this, if you just write he replied that for 5 years, this would not sound that nice. So better to say he replied that he would stay there, because how long will you stay here? This was the question. He replied that he would stay there for 5 years. Let us see the question and answer again. I said to him, how long will you stay here? He replied, for 5 years. Answer. I said to him how long he would stay there. He replied that he would stay there for 5 years. This is the first question that came in 2010, and the second question that came in 2010 is the next one. The boy humbly requested the teacher to excuse him and promised that he would never do so again. This is an indirect narration, and see the important words. The boy humbly requested. We all know that if it is requested, then it is an imperative. It is an imperative sentence that will begin with please. And this word humbly, we earlier got that if it is politely, then we use sir or madam. The same is the case with humbly. Humbly and politely are synonymous. So humbly is used, we will use the word sir. Requested is used, we will use the word please in direct narration. So the answer will be, the boy said to the teacher, please excuse me, sir. The boy humbly requested the teacher to excuse him. The boy said to the teacher, please excuse me. After me there is comma, sir. Then the next part is and promised. This part is assertive. And promised, you will write, he also said, after saying this thing, please excuse me, sir, he said, I promise that he would never do so again. I will never do so again. I promise I will never do so again. Or I promise that also you can add here. I promise that I will never do so again. Or I promise I will never do so again. Let us see the question and answer again. The boy humbly requested the teacher to excuse him and promised that he would never do so again. The answer is, the boy said to the teacher, please excuse me, sir. I promise that I will never do so again. This was the second question that came in 2010, and the next question will be the one that came in 2011. Serial number 14, and the first question that came in 2011. Rajni asked her friends if they were ready to go with her. They wanted to know what her intention was. So the question is in indirect narration. Rajni asked her friends. It means Rajni said to her friends, comma quotation, if. This means that the interrogative sentence is a yes not a question. It means it will begin with an auxiliary. If they were ready. She was talking to her friends, and if they were ready, it means since she was talking, she used the second person you with them. So it will be you. They were ready. Simple past tense, it will be simple present tense. Be verb is the main verb. In simple past tense, it was used as were. Here it will be for you, it will be are. Are you ready? If they were ready, this is changed into are you ready? To go with her, it became to go with me. So she was talking and she asked, are you ready to go with me? And in indirect narration, Rajni asked her friends if they were ready to go with her. And in direct narration, Rajni said to her friends, are you ready to go with me? They wanted to know what her intention was. This is very interesting because this they wanted to know is something new to you. This is nothing but they wanted to know is the same as they asked. When you want to know something, you ask. You ask a question. So you ask is the same thing as you want to know. So they wanted to know, it means they asked. What her intention was, they asked, what is your intention? Tera matlab kya hai? They wanted to know what her intention was. They asked, what is your intention? Let us see the question and answer again. Rajni asked her friends if they were ready to go with her. They wanted to know what her intention was. Rajni said to her friends, are you ready to go with me? They asked, what is your intention? So that was the question. That was the question that came in 2011, and that was the first question that came in 2011. Question number second that came in the same year is the next one. The boy requested that he might be allowed to get in, but the teacher said no. This sentence is a bit puzzling because the requested is there, it means please will be there. This means the sentence will be imperative. But again, It is not the boy requested to do something that he might be allowed. This means he used the word may. So this says that the sentence should be a combination of interrogative as well as imperative. Please is there, still he is asking the way when a student wants to enter the class, he said, may I come in, sir, or may I get in, please. This is what it was. The boy requested that he might be allowed to get in. The answer in direct narration will be, the boy said, may I get in, please. So may, might is there, it is may. This please is there, is requested. The boy said, may I get in, please. But the teacher said no. This part is, but the teacher replied in the negative. So let us see the question and the answer again. The boy requested that he might be allowed to get in, but the teacher said no. The boy said, may I get in? Or you may say the boy said, may I be allowed to get in? May I get in? Or may I be allowed to get in? Also you can say, be allowed. This also you can say. Or you can just say, may I get in, please. But the teacher replied in the negative. This was the second question that came in 2011, and in 2012 the question that came, that they also came in 2006 earlier, so that these two were done earlier. The next questions that we will do are those two that came in 2013. The first question that came in 2013 is very important for one particular reason. See the question first. Why are you not wearing chappals? I asked one boy. My mother did not bring them down from the shelf. He answers simply. So in 2013, when this question paper was given in the examination hall, many students made mistakes. Why? Because you see this reporting verb, it is ask, not in the past. But in most of the cases in narration, reporting verb is in the past tense, so people don't pay attention. They usually take it for granted that reporting verb is in the past and change the tense. This is what they do. But this time you see the reporting verb is not in the past. If the reporting verb is in the past, then only the tense of the reported speech is changed. This is the very basic rule we discussed earlier. So since this is not in the past, not ed, not asked, it is asked. So the tense of the reported speech, tense of the statements made in the inverted commas will remain the same. That is very important. That is why in the answer you see, the question was, why are you not wearing chappals? I asked one boy. I asked one boy, why are you not wearing chappals? WH question. Why? We will use why. Are you not wearing? Present continuous tense. It will remain the same present continuous tense. You changed into he. And this is interrogative, and in indirect narration we write in assertive form. That's why auxiliary in the question is before the subject. Are you, not you are. But in the answer it is he is, not is he. So tense is same. Present continuous, are you not wearing? Again present continuous, he is not wearing. Why? Because the reporting verb is not in the past. That's why there is no change of tense. I asked one boy why he is not wearing chappals. Then the remaining person is, my mother did not bring them down from the shelf. He answers simply. This part also again the reporting verb is in the past, not in the past tense, it is in the present tense. He answers. So he answers simply that, again, my mother will become his mother, but did not bring, simple past tense will remain simple past tense. There will be no change of tense because the reporting verb is in the present tense. He answers simply that his mother did not bring them down from the shelf. This you have to remember very well, and whenever you face any question, you pay attention to the reporting verb. If you are changing from direct to indirect, pay attention to the reporting verb. If it is in the past tense, then only go for the change of tense, otherwise not. Let us see the question and answer again. Why are you not wearing chappals? I asked one boy. My mother did not bring them down from the shelf. He answers simply. And the answer here is, in the indirect narration, I asked one boy why he is not wearing chappals. He answers simply that his mother did not bring them down from the shelf. This was question number 1 in 2013, and now we will do the second question that came in 2013. Here it is. One day Mukesh told me that he would be a motor mechanic and leave Firozabad. I asked if he knew anything about cars. This question is in indirect narration. One day has nothing to do with our change of narration. It will be the same. One day Mukesh told me, one day Mukesh said to me, comma quotation, that he would be in direct narration, that will be removed and he will become I. One day Mukesh told me that he would be a motor mechanic. One day Mukesh said to me, I shall be a motor mechanic and leave Firozabad, full stop, quotation closed. This is the end of the first part. Coming to the second part, I asked him if he knew anything about cars. This asked, this means this second part, when we change it into direct narration, it will be an interrogative sentence. If is there, this means it will be a yes or no question. It will begin with an auxiliary. So I said, I asked if he knew anything about cars. I said, if he knew, this is simple past tense, and when we change it into direct narration, it will be simple present tense, and in simple present tense, auxiliary will be do. Do you know anything about cars? There should be question mark at the end, and after the question mark, there should be the closure of the quotation. Let us see the question and the answer again. One day Mukesh told me that he would be a motor mechanic and leave Firozabad. I asked if he knew anything about cars. And the answer is, one day Mukesh said to me, I shall be a motor mechanic and leave Firozabad. Full stop, quotation closed. I said, do you know anything about cars? So this was the last question, the second question that came in 2013. And in this video we have done the narration that came in the HS final examination from the year 2000, from the year 2009 to 2013. Yes, and in the next video we will again meet and we will continue 2014 onwards. The next question that came in 2014 onwards in HS final examination will be done in the next videos, and hoping to meet you soon with a new video. Thank you very much.